The movie My Secret Santa centers on Taylor, a single mom barely holding things together. She works at Claude's Cookies until she gets fired right before Christmas. Money is already tight, and things get worse when her landlord, Doralee, reminds her she's 4 months behind on rent. In the middle of that stress, her daughter Zoe bursts in with huge news. She's been accepted into the elite Sun Peak Snowboard Academy. Taylor is proud, but the tuition is more than she could ever afford. Taylor tries selling belongings, but nothing brings in real money. Then a random customer at the record shop recognizes her from her old band, the Screamin' Kittens, reminding her of a life she completely buried. When she later discovers that Sun Peak's employees get 50% off tuition, she cooks up a wild idea, disguise herself as an elderly man, and get hired as the resort Santa. With her brother's help, she builds the human persona, full beard, full belly, full Christmas disguise. As Hugh, Taylor gets hired. At first, she is a terrible Santa, blunt, rude, accidentally ripping the suit, but soon her natural warmth kicks in. She bonds with kids like Max, who is scared of the dark, and a shy girl named Michelle, who sings with her. Zoe unknowingly opens up to Santa about her mom, and Taylor sees how much her daughter misses the fun version of her. Juggling her two lives gets exhausting. Taylor switches between mom-daughter time, Santa duties, and trying to keep her secret safe. Zoe gets bullied, strains under pressure, and eventually has a bad fall on the slopes, forcing Taylor to reveal she is Santa in front of everyone. Zoe recovers and the truth brings them closer. Zoe tells Taylor she is proud to have a mom who would go that far for her. The two of them push forward as the community slowly realizes Taylor wasn't trying to scam anyone, she was fighting for her kid. Matthew enters the story as the hotel owner's chaotic son, famous for embarrassing scandals, expensive mistakes, and refusing to settle into the family business. His dad traps him into working at Sun Peaks for real this time, even threatening legal trouble if he tries to run. He's unexpectedly made general manager, which sends Natasha, the resort exec who handles everything, into shock. Matthew is clumsy, overwhelmed, and constantly trying to prove himself. He wants to break out of the spoiled rich kid image, but has no idea how. His biggest connection ends up being Santa, who he doesn't know is actually Taylor. They bond privately over fears, family issues, and the pressure of expectations. Santa becomes his emotional sounding board, giving him the advice and warmth he wishes he could get from his father. This deepens his interest in Taylor, the woman behind the beard. Meanwhile, Matthew genuinely tries to improve the resort. He stands up for staff, takes responsibility for failures, celebrates Hugh's popularity, and slowly earns Natasha's respect. His father starts praising him without realizing Taylor is the real force behind the turnaround. When Taylor is exposed as Santa, Matthew immediately defends her. He tells his father he hired her and takes the blame, even when it costs him his role in the holiday concert. At the show, he steps on stage and gives a heartfelt speech about Santa being a spirit, not a costume. The crowd loves it. When Taylor shows up to apologize and walk away, he stops her, finally connecting the real woman with the Santa he had been confiding in. He admits he's fallen for her, and their relationship officially begins. Taylor and Matthew's connection sparks early at the record shop, grows during awkward run-ins at the resort, and deepens through moments that feel like dates, even when Taylor refuses to call them dates. Their chemistry builds slowly: hot chocolate conversations, shared vulnerabilities, ski lessons, little jokes, and the rare feeling of being truly seen. Taylor resists because she's overwhelmed, a single mom, scared of repeating old mistakes, scared to trust someone rich, scared to be vulnerable again. Matthew resists nothing, he falls for her instantly. When her secret unravels, the romance nearly collapses, but the final concert becomes their turning point. Matthew admits he fell for both versions of her, the rocker and the Santa. Taylor admits she fell for him too, and they share a kiss. They decide to spend Christmas together. Matthew announces that Taylor will become executive director of family events. Zoe gets her dream environment. Even Doralee joins Christmas dinner and later flirts with Matthew's dad, Robert. The movie closes with Matthew asking how Taylor got so magical at Christmas. She answers simply, Santa Claus.